What's up, Broncos country? How's it going? Family. They say we don't have a chance. They say our rookie quarterback can't handle pressure. They say the Broncos are favorites to lose on our own turf. But there's something they haven't figured out yet, and Sunday's going to be a lesson, Broncos country. Today, I'm going to tell you why this game against the Packers is way more than 3 points in the standings. It's about respect. It's about proving that this orange and blue family doesn't need anyone's approval to be elite. And most importantly, it's about Bo Nix showing the entire world that he was born to shine in the big moments. Check out the situation, Denver Broncos fans. We've got 10 straight wins. That's right, 10 games without losing. 11 consecutive wins at home. Our stadium has become a fortress. The defense is flying. The offense is working. And even so, when you look at the sports books, when you turn on those sports analysis shows, what do you see? The Broncos as underdogs, like we're just some team trying to fool the league. Hold up, let me explain how absurd this is. The Packers, who lost to the Eagles, who we already beat on the road, are favorites. The Packers, who got destroyed by the Panthers and the Browns, arrive in Denver like they own the place. This isn't just disrespect. This is a direct insult to this entire family that bleeds orange and blue. But you know what? That's pure fuel. And the one who's going to throw that fuel on the fire is our quarterback number 10. Bo Nix is ready to end this conversation once and for all. Let's be honest here. During the first 10 weeks of the season, Bo was inconsistent. He'd play 3 quarters nervous, erratic, sometimes lost. But in the fourth quarter, man, he'd turn into Superman, put on the cape, and fly. But that wasn't sustainable. We can't depend only on miracles at the end of games. And guess what? Bo understood that. Sean Payton understood that. And in the last 3 games, we've seen a complete transformation. Look at the numbers. Since the Chiefs game, Bo's completed 70% of his passes. That's veteran quarterback efficiency. 828 passing yards. And most impressive? 1 interception, just 1. He's taking care of the ball like it's a newborn baby, making smart decisions, reading defenses like they're open books. The problem, critics say, is that he only has 1 touchdown in those 3 games. Lacks explosion. Lacks that play that makes you jump out of your seat. And you know what? They're right. But it's not because Bo can't do it. It's because the game plan didn't require it. Against the Raiders, the objective was to control the clock, dominate the ground game with R.J. Harvey doing dirty work at the line of scrimmage. Bo executed the plan to perfection, did exactly what the coach asked. But Sunday is different. The Packers are going to try to neutralize our running game. They're going to stack the defensive line. They're going to force Bo to win the game through the air. And that's exactly where he's going to shine. 250 yards on 35 attempts with 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of performance that's going to put an end to all this narrative that he's just a game manager. Game manager? Please, this kid already beat Dak Prescott, who was an MVP candidate in October, already made Patrick Mahomes look ordinary. And Sunday's going to be Jordan Love's turn. Jordan Love, the national media's darling. And look, no bias here. The guy is good. Really good, actually. 4 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss on the road. 14 touchdowns, 1 interception, rating of 113. He deserves respect, but he's not better than Bo, not this season. And certainly not this Sunday. There's a guy who knows both quarterbacks really well. Mike Sanford. He was Love's offensive coordinator in college when Jordan played for Utah State in 2019. That season, Love had 17 interceptions, but because he had to carry the team on his back. The defense was horrible, and he had to take risks all the time. Sanford saw up close the kid's absurd talent. After college, when he was out of football in 2023, he went to see 3 Packers games live. He knows Love is special. But Sanford also had contact with Bo, helped organize his camp in May. And you know what he said? That he's impressed with Bo's maturity, with the clean way he's playing, and especially with Sean Payton's ability to adapt the scheme to what Bo does best. That's the key. Broncos country. Payton stopped trying to fit Bo into a square system. He molded the offense around the quarterback's qualities, and the results are showing. Now let's talk about context. This is the biggest game of the season. Again, seems like every Sunday we say this, but it's true. The Packers are coming in pressured. They played against the Bears before Denver, and they're playing against the Bears after. It's the typical calendar trap, that game in the middle where the team tends to relax. But the Broncos, we need this win more than they do. Much more. Why? Because this defines our identity. This shows the rest of the NFL that we're not here by luck, that this winning streak isn't a fluke, that when the playoffs start, we're going to be ready to face anyone. And more importantly, this guarantees us pole position to be first place in the AFC. Home field throughout the playoffs. Imagine that, family. Imagine Empower Field packed, whole team rested, advantage in every fourth quarter. But everything goes through Sunday. And everything goes through Bo. The national media doesn't believe in him. The analysts think he's going to freeze under pressure. The sports books give more value to Jordan Love's arm. But you know what I think? I think they forgot who they're dealing with. Forgot that this kid played at Oregon in front of packed stadiums against the best defenses in the country. Forgot that he's already proven he doesn't shake in the decisive moments. And there's another important factor, Sean Payton. The guy is a master at preparing big games. He's going to have a perfect plan. He's going to use play action to open up the field. He's going to spread the tight ends, especially Evan Engram, in the middle of the field where the Packers linebackers have trouble. He's going to throw quick balls to Courtland Sutton, who's become Bo's security blanket. He's going to force the Packers defense to choose between stopping the run or protecting deep. And when they choose, Bo's going to punish them for the wrong decision. The Packers' defense is good, let's not lie. They compare well with ours, except for 22 fewer sacks. But they have vulnerabilities, and Bo's going to find them. He's been studying film after film, knows every tendency, every coverage, every favorite play of their defensive coordinator. On Sunday, there won't be any surprises, just execution. And on the other side, our defense is going to shut down Jordan Love. Patrick Surtain, too, is going to be glued to Christian Watson. We're going to pressure Love the whole time, force him to make quick decisions. And when he makes a mistake, we're going to capitalize. Because that's what elite teams do. Take advantage of every opponent's error. Look, if you're real Broncos country, if you bleed orange and blue, subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss a single play of this journey to the Super Bowl. Hit that red button, turn on notifications, because every week there's new content about our family. But back to the game. There's something that deeply bothers me about these TV shows, these podcasts, all these analyses. They treat the Broncos like we got lucky, like 11 straight wins at home was an accident, like 10 consecutive wins was coincidence. Luck? Coincidence? This here is hard work. It's preparation. It's talent. It's team chemistry. It's Sean Payton commanding. It's Vance Joseph coordinating the defense. It's Bo Nix growing every week. It's R.J. Harvey running with anger. It's Courtland Sutton making absurd catches. It's Pat Surtain shutting down the league's best receivers. And you know what irritates me even more? When we win dominantly, they say the opponent was weak. When we win close, they say we got lucky. No matter how the win happens, there's always an excuse. But guess what? A win is a win. And Sunday's going to be another one. But this time, it's going to be different. It's going to be impossible to ignore. It's going to be impossible to disrespect, because Bo Nix is going to play the game of his life. He's going to show explosion. He's going to connect on long passes. He's going to read the defense like a 10-year veteran. He's going to command the line of scrimmage with authority. And at the end of the game, when the clock hits 0 and the Broncos have more points on the board, all those critics are going to have to eat their words. This is the truth, Denver Broncos fans. The road to the Super Bowl has never been more open. We haven't seen an AFC season this balanced in decades. Any team can get there, but only the best will get there. And if we want to be considered among the best, we need to win games like this, need to beat good teams, need to show that there's no situation that scares us. The Packers are going to arrive confident. Jordan Love is going to be focused. Their offense has dangerous players. Christian Watson can explode at any moment. The offensive line is solid. Their running game works. But you know what they don't have? what we have. They don't have the hunger we have. They don't have disrespect as fuel. They don't have an entire fan base ready to turn the stadium into a war zone. And that makes all the difference. Think with me. Bo Nix woke up every day this week knowing nobody believes in him. Read the analyses saying he can't handle pressure. Saw the sports books making his team underdogs at home. How do you think he's going to react? Is he going to collapse? Is he going to shake? Or is he going to use that as motivation to play the best football of his career? I'm betting on the second option. And you, Broncos country, should bet on it too. This game isn't just about the score. It's about affirmation. It's about proving a point. It's about Bo Nix silencing the critics once and for all. Because even after beating Dak Prescott, even after outdoing Patrick Mahomes, there are still people doubting. Still people saying he's a product of the system, that any quarterback would play well with Sean Payton calling the plays. But Sunday is going to show the truth. The truth is that Bo Nix is special. He has something you can't teach, has perfect timing, has the ability to process information instantly, has the courage to throw the ball into tight windows, has the intelligence to know when to audible a play, and most importantly, has the heart of a champion. Tell me, Broncos country, what do you think? Are you ready to see Bo Nix explode on Sunday? Are you ready to scream until you lose your voice at Empower Field? Because I am. And I'm sure every member of this orange and blue family is too. Let me tell you something. When you watch this team play, you see more than football. You see resilience. You see a group that was underestimated all year long coming together. You see players who were considered washed up being reborn. You see a coach everyone said was in decline, showing why he's Hall of Fame. And you see a rookie quarterback nobody wanted in the draft, becoming the face of a franchise. That's the beauty of sports, family. That's why we love this team. It's not just about winning. It's about how you win. It's about overcoming adversity. It's about proving everyone was wrong. And on Sunday, Bo Nix is going to do exactly that. Now, let's be strategic here. What does Bo need to do to win this game? First, he's got to avoid turnovers. Obvious, but it needs to be said. The Packers are really good at converting turnovers into points, so Bo needs to protect the ball like his life depends on it. Second, he needs to be patient. Not every play needs to be a 40-yard bomb. If the defense is giving 5 yards, take the 5. Move the chains. Keep the drive alive. Third, when the opportunity to make the big play appears, he can't hesitate. Got to let the ball go. Got to trust the receivers. Got to be aggressive. And physically, Bo needs to be flawless. The offensive line will give protection, but he's going to face pressure at times. Needs to keep his eyes downfield. Needs to step up in the pocket when necessary. Needs to use his legs when the play breaks down. He's mobile. He's athletic. Can gain important yards with his feet if needed. But most important, the mentality. Bo needs to walk onto that field believing he's the best quarterback on that grass. Can't have doubt. Can't have fear. Gotta play with the confidence of someone who's already won everything. Because when you believe you're the best, you play like the best. And the Packers, they're going to try to mess with his head. They're going to show pressures that don't come. They're going to change coverages at the last second. They're going to try to confuse him. But Bo's prepared. He and Sean Payton spent the entire week studying all of Green Bay's defensive schemes. They know what's coming. And they're going to have an answer for everything. On the defensive side, Patrick Surtain has a clear job. Shut down Christian Watson. The guy is fast, has good hands, is dangerous after the catch. But Surtain is the best cornerback in the league. He's going to be glued to Watson like a shadow. Going to frustrate every route. Going to break up passes. Going to make Jordan Love look for other options. And when Love looks for other options, the rest of the secondary is going to be waiting. The defensive line also has a crucial role. They need to pressure Love constantly, not let him get comfortable in the pocket, force him to move around. Because when Love has time, he's deadly. But when he's under pressure, he starts forcing balls, starts making bad decisions. And that's when we capitalize. And in the running game, the Packers are going to try to establish the run. They're going to want to control time of possession. Keep our defense on the field as much as possible. But our defense is ranked among the best in the league precisely because it stops the run. We close the gaps, force teams to be one-dimensional. And when you force a team to only pass, you have total control of the game. So the formula is clear: stop their run. Pressure Jordan Love, force turnovers. And on offense, establish our running game, use play action, open up the field, and let Bo do what he does best: win games. Look, I know a lot of people are nervous. It's natural. This is a huge game. There's a lot at stake. But I'm not nervous. You know why? Because I trust this team. Trust Bo. Trust Sean Payton. Trust the defense. Trust that when the game starts, when the lights come on, when the stadium is vibrating, the Broncos are going to show why they're one of the best teams in the NFL. And when the game's over, when we've won, all those analysts who disrespected us are going to have to admit they were wrong. They're going to have to recognize that the Broncos are legitimate title contenders. They're going to have to put some respect on Bo Nix's name. But until then, we use this disrespect as fuel. Every negative comment, every pessimistic analysis, every bet against us, all of it becomes positive energy, becomes determination, becomes the will to prove them wrong. And on Sunday, Broncos country, we're going to do exactly that. So get your voice ready, get your heart ready, because it's going to be a war. The Packers aren't going to make it easy. Jordan Love is going to make incredible plays. The game's going to be contested until the last second. But in the end, when all is said and done, the Broncos are going to have their hand raised. Bo Nix is going to have silenced the critics, and this orange and blue family is going to be one step closer to realizing the dream of returning to the Super Bowl, the dream of bringing another title to Denver. Because that's what we do. That's who we are. We're a family that never gives up, that fights until the last second, that believes when nobody else believes, and that always, always finds a way to win. Sunday won't be any different. Bo Nix is going to have the game of his life. The defense is going to dominate. The offense is going to work. And in the end, we're going to look at all those critics and say one simple thing. We told you. We said this team was special. You didn't believe. And now? Now you have no choice but to believe, because the Broncos are no longer a surprise, no longer underdogs. They're contenders. They're dangerous. They're a team nobody wants to face in the playoffs. And it all starts Sunday with a statement against the Packers. So, Denver Broncos family, are you ready? Do you believe in Bo? Do you believe in this team? Then comment down below. Tell me what you expect from the game. What's the score going to be? How many touchdowns is Bo going to throw? And don't forget to leave that like. Share this video with everyone you know who's Broncos country. Because we need to spread this message, the message that the Broncos are back, that we're here to stay, and that nobody, absolutely nobody, is going to stop us. Until the next video, Broncos country. And remember, on Sunday, we make noise. Go Broncos!